December 27, 2016. Obama-Trump secret Hawaii meeting erupts into Secret Service standoff? By Sorka Fall, and as reported to her Western subscribers. An interesting Foreign Intelligence Service, SVR, advisory bulletin prepared for the Security Council, SC, is reporting that a secret meeting held yesterday between President Barack Obama and President-elect Donald Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner at Marine Corps Base Hawaii erupted in a screamfest that caused U.S. Secret Service, SS, protective agents to intervene before physical violence was caused. According to this bulletin, in what is turning out to be a contentious transition of power between these two American presidents, President-elect Trump this past week dispatched his son-in-law Jared Kushner and daughter Ivanka Trump to Hawaii to hold a number of secret meetings with President Obama and his White House staff on critical issues needed to be decided prior to the January 20, 2017 power transfer of the American government. Among the issues to be discussed in these secret Obama-Trump meetings, this bulletin explains, was President Obama's last-minute attacks against America's oil and coal industries, Obama's plan to ease restrictions on weapons supplies to Syrian rebels, that Russia has labeled a hostile act, and, most critically, Obama's astounding manipulation of the United Nations to censor Israel for its settlement building, and that now opens the door enabling President-elect Trump, when he assumes power, to not only defund the UN, but cause the Americans to leave this now pointless and ineffectual international organization outright. As President-elect Trump's top negotiator with President Obama in these secret meetings, this bulletin details, Jared Kushner as an Orthodox Jew is by himself a wealthy man having a worth estimated at $1.8 billion, and who is widely credited as being the person who got Trump elected, but whose nuclear button to evoke his deepest anger revolves around any criticism of his father, and convicted felon, Charles Kushner. With President Obama being known as the most divisive American leader in modern history, SVR analysts in this bulletin report, he was well aware of Jared Kushner's nuclear button, and during yesterday's secret meeting implied that his father, Charles Kushner, might be safer living in Israel if the Trump team didn't like how he, Obama, was doing his job, thus causing Jared Kushner to erupt in profanity, causing Secret Service agents to approach him in a protective stance. As President-elect Trump will soon have the power to rip Obama's legacy out by its roots, this bulletin notes, President Obama in these secret meetings with Jared Kushner has not only failed to reach agreement on any of the issues before him objected to by the Trump team, he has, actually, made things worse for the United States as a whole. In one of the most despicable examples of what President Obama has done against his own nation prior to President-elect Trump taking office, this bulletin continues, was his instituting a new U.S. rule this past week to cripple that nation's coal industry, and that experts warn will cause the elimination of thousands of jobs across the United States, but will benefit the South American nation of Colombia, who last year imported 8.9 million short tons of coal to America, a nation, mind you, that already has the largest coal reserves in the entire world. As to why President Obama has perversely sacrificed thousands of American coal miner jobs in the richest coal nation in the world by allowing the importation of coal from Colombia, SVR analysts in this bulletin explain, is entirely due to Colombia having sent 800 of its troops to participate in Saudi Arabia's genocide of the Yemeni people. With one of his first acts upon gaining the U.S. presidency, in 2009, being his travel to Saudi Arabia to bow down before its Islamic king, this bulletin further notes, now that he is just weeks from losing power, President Obama is not only rewarding Colombia for its participation of Saudi genocide, he has, also, attempted to cripple Americans' oil industry by last week permanently banning oil drilling in millions of acres of ocean waters owned by the U.S., thus ensuring America will have to continue importing over 1 million barrels of oil a day from Saudi Arabia, and whose U.S. dollars they receive, the Saudis, in turn, spend to support barbaric Islamic terrorists. and with President Obama now showing his true allegiance is firmly with Saudi Arabia, not America, by his turning his back on Israel, allowing Saudi-funded ISIS terrorists to have more weapons, putting thousands of U.S. coal miners out of work so that Saudi ally Colombia can sell more coal, and keeping the U.S. dependent on Saudi oil. This bulletin concludes, "It is hardly surprising that Jared Kushner stood up to Obama, rather it's surprising that no one has before."